Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this lecture, I would like to explain another example based on the moment distribution method. See here, analyze the continuous beam by using moment distribution method. So this is a continuous beam AD, BC, E. So AD is the overhanging beam, overhangs over a support at A. Similarly, CE is the overhanging beam over a support at C. Then our first step is used to calculate the fixed end moments. See here on a span AB there is a symmetrical triangular load. Similarly on span BC there will be an uniformly distributed load. Already in the last two example I explained very clearly based on the point loads which is concentrated load acting exactly at the center and at the same time uniformly distributed load. And if the end is fixed, in what way you have to carry the moments by using moment distribution method, and it will be simply supported, it means you will get final moment 0. For making final moment 0, in what way you have to balance the fixed moments at that end position. So I shown clearly in the last lecture, that is in the moment distribution method. But here I will taking another example based on the symmetrical triangular load. See here I explain one lecture. So for the quick revision purpose, various types of the loading condition. For example, if a concentrated load is acting exactly at the center, it will be minus WL by 8 to plus WL by 8. Like that, I explained each and every condition based on the various types of the loadings. So for example, here I am taking one symmetrical load on span BC. So if it will be symmetrical load, fixed moment AB will be equal to minus 5 by 96 WL square by 8. Due to the anti-clockwise, you will get minus. Similarly, fixed moment BA will be equal to plus 5 by 96 WL square by 5 by 96 into WL square. See here, while calculating the fixed moment for various types of the loading condition, you just take the formula and substitute in the formula, you will get the final fixed moments, and whatever the loading conditions and remaining procedure will be same. For example, in this case there will be some moment or any triangular load at one end it will be 0 and at another end it will be some intensity, means the formula will be changes to plus WL square by 32 minus WL square by 20. Just you take down that formula, substitute the given values, then the entire remaining procedure will be same. See here, fixed moment, I am talking about the fixed moment AB. So here you will get anti-clockwise movement at A and clockwise movement at B. So already I explained that formula. That one will be minus 5 by 96 WL square and this one will be plus 5 by 96 WL square, where W here is given load, that is 18, and L is the length of the span. Just substitute the values in the formula, you will get minus 33.75 kilonewton meter. Similarly, fixed moment BA will be just you will get positive value here, entire value remains same. Then what about the UDL? You know UDL formula very clearly, that is minus WL square by 12. Here for BC due to anti-clockwise and for CB clockwise plus WL square by 12, where W equal to this 12 kilonewton meter and L equal to the length of the span which is 4 meters. So finally you will get minus 16 kilonewton meter and plus 16 kilonewton meter. Then we will discuss about the overhanging position. So while explaining slope deflection method in the last lecture itself, I explained very clearly what are the fixed moments obtained when overhanging position is there. Here also, if you I gave that link also in the description, you please go and watch that video also, you will get a clear idea based on the overhanging position. But here also I will explain that point. See here, fixed moment EAD. So I am talking about the moment. Here the force is acting at the free end. I am removing this force and I am taking moment like this, means here this force acting towards A will be anti-clockwise. See here, so I am removing the overhanging portions of the beam. I am removing the overhanging portions of the beam and directly I am applying the moment clockwise moments directly here. See here, here the force will be acting towards A is anti-clockwise. So this is the anti-clockwise moment. Towards A the force will be acting here anti-clockwise moment. So here what I told in the yesterday, so here also the same concept. Here your the force will be acting towards A will be 25 into 1.5, which is 37.5 kilonewton meter. But here there will be anti-clockwise movement. I am taking positive movement, clockwise movement. Why? Because I am taking here correcting movement, means which is the balancing moment. You please remember, at the overhanging position always the movements will be in a balanced position, means you have to take the balancing moment. Here it will be negative moment, means take down the positive moment. Here you consider positive moment in place of that negative moment. Why? Because at the overhanging position always the movements will be in a balanced position. Therefore you please this moment is called correcting moment or balancing moment or resisting moment also, means whatever the moment obtained here you take down the same moment with opposite sign. So this moment is also called as, so whatever the moment obtained here, fixed moment at the overhanging position, the same moment will be the final moment at that position. For example, fixed moment AD will be equal to plus 37.5 kilonewton meter, means similarly the final moment for AD also equal to plus 37.5 kilonewton meter. In the same way, if you observe clearly, here this force acting towards C in the form of positive, means clockwise. Then what I am taking here, I am taking the same moment with opposite value, which is minus 9, means anti-clockwise 9 kilonewton meter. Why I am taking minus negative anti-clockwise moment here, means here it will be acting clockwise. So I am taking the correcting moment as negative moment, so which is called balancing moment. So the same concept, at the overhanging position movements are in the balanced position, which is called balancing moment. So that is the reason I am taking anti-clockwise. So in the yesterday lecture also I explained very clearly on the topics along with the comparison. You please go and watch that small concept, you will get a clear idea. So I gave the slope deflection example to also in the description. You just to watch that fixed moments topic, then you will get the clear idea based on that. So see here, according to my logic, if it will be acting towards clockwise, then take down anti-clockwise moment. If it will be acting negative, means take down positive moment. Why? Because at the overhanging position always movements in a balanced position. For correct, so we are taking correcting moment at that position. Then remaining things will be same. I explained very clearly. Then go for the next step. Go for the next step. Joint B. See here, here A and D, C are the overhanging position of the beam. Then B is the intermediate joint, only one joint. So for B, connecting members will be B and BC. See here, for B, see here I am talking about these distribution factors. So there will be only one intermediate joint B. A and C are the overhanging positions, and connecting members for B will be, one will be BA, another will be BC. Okay. Then I told in the first class one note point. If the fore end is fixed, your relative stiffness will be I by L. If the fore end is hinged or simply supported or overhanging position, your relative stiffness will be 3 by 4 times of I by L. You please remember, whenever fore end is fixed, then only your relative stiffness will be I by L. If your fore end is hinged or simply supported or any other overhanging position, then your relative stiffness will be equal to 3 by 4 times of I by L. So already I shown, after removing the moment, you will get simply supported end at that position, but there will be balancing moments. So based on that condition, you can take down here also 3 by 4 times of I by L. So and I am at the B and I am looking A. So A is the fore end, which is in the overhanging position. So based on that condition, you take down that one as 3 by 4 times of I by L. Here similarly at C, if you observe, means here the at C the beam overhangs the supports, means it is a overhanging portion of the beam. Then if your fore end is, while talking about the BC, if your fore end is overhanging portion of the beam, then you take down relative stiffness will be equal to 3 by 4 times of I by L, where I in the given beam will be I only, because they will not mention any another property here. That is the reason take down I as constant, and the length of AB will be 3 meter, given as 6 meters. So I am taking in place of L, I am taking 6. Similarly here L value will be 4 meters and I is kept constant like that only. So if you simplify that one, you will get I by 8 and this one 3I by 16. Again, sum of the total relative stiffness. So whatever the members you take relative stiffness at that particular joints, you have to add those two members for getting the relative stiffness, means these two. So I by 1 I by 8 plus 3I by 16. So sum of the relative stiffness will be equal to I by 8 plus 3I by 16. If you add these two directly, you will get 5I by 16. Okay, then in our next step, what is the formula for the distribution factor? The formula for the distribution factor will be equal to K by sigma K. If you want the distribution factor, take down for BA I by 8 K value will be equal to I by 8 and sigma K value will be equal to this 5I by 16. See here, I by 8 divided by 5I by 16. Then directly if you simplify, you will get cancel the possible terms, whatever it will be cancelled. Then you will get directly 2 by 5 value for BA distribution factor. Similarly, for BC distribution factor, take down I value as 3I by 16 and sigma K value, K value was 3I by 16 and sigma K value will be this 5I by 16. So K by sigma K will be equal to, if you simplify directly in the formula, you will get 3 by 5. So take down the distribution factors in the table. See here, I am showing that one. So this is the continuous beam as usually. So A, D, B, C, E. So A is the overhanging portion of the beam. At D there will be free end, like that I am also taking like that only. B is the intermediate support, C and E. So E is the free end, like that I am remaining same as usually in the continuous beam. So I am taking the moment distribution. So I am taking here moment distribution table as it is in the diagram. See here, and I am mentioning distribution factor, BA distribution factor here and BC distribution factor here. So if you want to mention clearly this part related to AB, this part related to AB, and this part related to BA, similarly this part related to BC. So whatever the moments we are taking in the BC position, similarly you take down this one will be related to the CB, and here in the CE span it will be clearly mentioned, this one will be CE and this one here will be AD, means whatever the moments based on that condition only I am taking here. See here, I am taking AB moments here. Similarly, so then I am talking about the fixed moments. So mention fixed moments here. So AB fixed moments, whatever you calculated in the first step, moment AD, fixed moment AD will be plus 37.5 kilonewton meter. See here, I am taking that plus 37.5 kilonewton meter here. Similarly for AB it will be minus 33.75. Similarly for BA it will be plus 33.75 kilonewton meter. Similarly fixed moment will be minus 16 kilonewton per meter for BC. Similarly for CB it will be plus 16 kilonewton meter, and similarly for CE it will be minus 9 kilonewton meter. You see here in the fixed moments and then mention as it is in the diagram. Okay, then our next step is then go to the next step. So our next step is the balancing position. So balancing position, you please remember it is the very important step. Why? Because so if it will be a simply supported end, we are considering the movements at that end will be 0. For making the simply supported end 0, what we are doing? We are taking the same movement with the opposite end and then making that end as 0. But here CE and AD are the overhanging positions of the beam. At the overhanging position, always the final moments and whatever the fixed moments you are considering, it will be in a balanced position. For making that overhanging position in the balanced position, we are taking the same moment with opposite sign. See here, best concept is it will be minus 9, means finally you will get CB. CE is minus 9. Finally you will get CB will be plus 9. Take down CB will be plus 9. If you want, CB will be plus 9. Why? Because then only here overhanging positions will be balanced. If you want CB will be plus 9, what you have to do? Already there will be one movement at the simply overhang CB position. Then what we are doing? We are taking same movement with opposite sign. Why? Because I am making this end will be 0, then again I am balancing. So remember one thing, here at the CE position there will be minus 9 kilonewton meter. So at the overhanging position always the movements will be balanced. So here CE will be minus 9 means you want CB plus 9. If you want CB plus 9 means I am taking plus 9 kilonewton meter here, first step. So if you want plus 9 kilonewton meter here means what I want to do, so I have to make this 16 0. If I want to make that 16 0 means what I want to do, I am taking same moment with opposite sign, then minus 16. If you add these two, directly you will get 0 only. Then final moment at this position will be minus 9 for CE and plus 9 for CB. In the same way you see at this end. So this is very important concept, you have to remember. At this overhanging position the moments at CB will be, moment for AD will be plus 37.50. So finally what your movement at AB, so in the movement also the same movement with opposite sign, here you will get minus 37.50. So that then only the movements at that position will be balanced. If you want here minus 37.50, what you want to do, whatever the movement previously there, you can make the movement will be 0, means there will be 33.75. I am taking same value with opposite sign. Then if you add these two, finally what happens, here the moments will be 0. If we add these two, here will be 0. Then the overhanging position moment one will be 37.5 and here it will be minus 37.5. Similarly here plus 9 and minus 9, with these two will be 0 and 0. So that is the first step. And the next step what you have to do means take down carry over. Whatever the movements taking here, you please carry to its other end. For A you have to carry to B. Similarly for C you have to carry B. So in the concept, for AB you have to carry the moment for BA. Similarly for CB you have to carry the moment for BC. See here I am carrying the same moment. In the carry over step what I am doing, I am carrying the same moment, exactly half of the moment. So already I explained that point in the last lecture itself. I am carrying that moment to other end. So that is plus 33.75 divided by 2. Similarly, I am carrying this half of the moment, that is minus 37.50 divided by 2. Again, I am carrying the same moment, half of the moment. Sorry, half of the moment, carry over. Again, here I am carrying the half of the moment. See here, simplify the values. 33.75 divided by 2, which is 16.875. 16.875. So I am carrying the same moment here. 16.875. So I am carrying with same symbol plus only. While balancing only you have to change the value. Again minus 37.50 divided by 2. 37 point. See here you will get 18.75. So minus, along with the minus 18.75. I am just carrying half of the moment. Similarly, if I am carrying half of the moment to here means minus 16 divided by 2, you will get minus 8. And again, if I am carrying half of the moment means plus 9 means plus 4.50, 9 by 2 means 4.50. Just I am carrying half of the moments to its other end. Then after that, I am adding all the values. So this is the carry over step. You please take down carry over step also. Along with the balancing moments, take down carry over here. So you please remember the points. This one will be the carry over and this one will be the carry over and this one will be, both will be balanced. Then if you add all the values, you will get your final value. So first you add all the values. So see here, if you sum these values, totally there will be only one value which is plus 37.50. And again here, if you add minus 33.75 plus 33.75, it will be 0. You will get minus 37.50. 37.50. Again, see here, plus 33.75 plus 16.875 minus 18.75. So add all these values. what you will get, that one will be 33.75 plus 16.875 minus 18.75. So finally you will get 31.875. So here it will be 31.875. Similarly, minus 16 minus 8, it will be minus 24 and plus 4.50. So if you simplify, you will get minus 19.50. So directly you will get the adding here minus 19.50. Similarly, here it will be plus 16 minus 16, 0, again plus 9 remaining value, and here it will be minus 9. If you observe clearly, means what you will get here, at the overhanging position at both AD and AB spans, at that particular joint, you will get both moments will be in the balanced position. Here it will be plus 37.5 and here it will be minus 37.5. Similarly, it will be plus 9 and minus 9, and you don't carry any movement to that overhanging position. Why? Because always the movements will be balanced here, and whatever the corrections will be there, you please take down balancing for this step only. So all these are the obtained moments. Take down that as the fixed moments or simply as obtained moments, which is moments like that. I am taking moments MOM in the reference. Then I am balancing in the next step. So for balancing, see here, what is the balancing step? So balancing takes place at this intermediate joint. At this intermediate joint means we have to add these two. So already I explained very clearly balancing and carry over in the last lecture itself. So if you are the continuation of that lecture, means then I no need to explain briefly here. Why? Because already each and every step explained in the last lecture itself. Please follow that lecture and then you come here, then only it will be very clear for you. 31.875 minus 19.50. So balance means we have to add those two, then you will get 12.375. So please take down reference, write down 12.375. So if it will be 12.775 means you have to balance that moment. Means what you have to do, I am just adding these two, and with this moment I have to multiply with the distribution factor. If I want BA balancing moment, I have to multiply this moment with the BA distribution factor. Again, if I want BC balancing moment, means I have to multiply this moment with the BC distribution factor. Means 12.375 into 2 by 5. See here, into 2 divided by 5, then you will get 4.95. So take down 4.95 directly here, 4.95. Here the movement will be in the positive mode, then I am taking negative. So whatever the movement obtained while balancing position, you can take down same movement with opposite sign. That is the procedure generally for the moment distribution method. Similarly, if I want BC distribution factor, 12.375 into 3 by 5, 12.375 into that 3 by 5, 3 divided by 5. So then totally you will get 7.425. So that 7.425 also in the negative mode. Why? Because here the moments whatever you will get, it will be in the positive. I am taking same moment with opposite sign. So if you observe clearly, here the balancing moment minus 7.425. Okay. So if you observe clearly, the balancing moments at B and BC will be this one, minus 4.95 minus 7.425. Then our next step is the carry over. So carry over, if you observe clearly, if you want to carry this BA moment to AB, what happens here at AB there will be overhanging moment, so balanced moment. Similarly at CB also there will be corrected moment, means balanced moment. So you don't carry over to at the overhang positions. So at the simply supported end, moments will be 0. So whatever the balancing moments, you no need to carry at the simply supported end, at the same time overhanging portions of the beam. Why? Because already the moments at that positions will be in a balanced mode. Then if you observe clearly, there will be any movement at AB, means we have to carry that movement to the other end, but there will be no balancing movement here. These are the obtained moments. If you have to balance any movement here, means you have to carry that moment to here and go for the another cycle. So here there is no carry over takes place and no balancing also takes place. Why? Because already these are the balancing moment. If there will be any carryover movements means you have to take down again next trial for the balancing movement. Here these movements are not carrying to its other ends, then there will be no other movements to carry here for taking another balancing trial. Therefore your procedure will be, your trials will be stop up to here only. Okay, see here your procedure ends up to this one, then add final moments. So if you add this all these things, you will get final moments. Final moments. So your final moments will be, see here, this one will be here plus 37.50. Similarly here minus 37.50, and here 31.875 minus 4.95. So what you will get, that one will be plus 26.925. Similarly you take down this one minus 19 and minus 7, some of the moments at a particular joints will be equal to 0, maybe small error 0.01 like that you will get, no problem, take down same moment. Then here it will be plus 9 and here it will be minus 9. So all these are the obtained final moments. Generally carryover and balancing will takes place up to the 2 decimal points, that is 0.001, which is closest value to the 0. But here why I am stopping here means, here the moments are not carrying to its other ends because of the overhanging position, then there will be no carryover movements. If carryover movements are not there means we have to know, we are not going for the another trial. Why? Because for balancing always the movements will be in the carryover position or else any other obtained moments. That is the reason I am stopping up to here and then going for the final moments. So I will give reference for the bending moment diagrams also. Already I shown some of the bending moment diagrams in the playlist based on the obtained final bending moment diagrams. So based on the final moments I drawn some of the bending moment diagrams in our playlist. If you take that reference and draw the bending moment diagram for this one also. So I will explain that bending moment diagrams also in the further classes. I hope you understand this lecture. If you really like this video, please like this video, share it to your friends and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.